crazy out here, y'all. Stay focused. Let's go, KD. Take a look around you, look and find your way back. Yeah, take a look around you, look and find your way back. Yeah, I ain't talk is talk, and move is move. When I come in, bitch, I change the rule. Got things to do, I done pay my dues. But where was you? Nigga, where was you? I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way back. Find your way back, find your way back. I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way back. Find your way back, find your way back. Hey, you the one that say that. You and me go way back. When this whole thing over, I'ma send my invoice, pay that. You don't wanna say that. You don't want this payback. I keep my composure, this my kingdom, nigga, stay back. We had a couple of moments. You had a choice, nigga, own it. Your real colors, they showing. I'm real, nigga, I'm focused. When I come around, I'm fly with it. Stay moving, do buy with it. New sound, just vibe with it. Same truth and we die with it. I see it like it's an obstacle. I never sit on the fence. Nothing to me is impossible. Music of me to the end. Most of the shit is illogical. All of y'all niggas depend on what they pretend. Just think what you had. Stop looking at trends. You wearing your eyes like it's topical. Now the pain is gone, the fame is on, and they play my songs. Yeah, it's real. Yeah, it's real. Yeah, I ain't talk is talk, and move is move. When I come in, bitch, I change the rule. Got things to do, I done pay my dues. But where was you? Nigga, where was you? I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way back. Find your way back, nigga, find your way back. I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way back. Find your way back, nigga, find your way back. New era, I got y'all. Real game, we pop off, no knockoffs. Open eyes, we watch out. Mobilize, won't cop out. COVID-19 cops out, don't flop now. Open skies, we fly now. New agenda, they try now. Most y'all getting real scared of the headlines when you find out. End game getting real near. If you don't know, you behind now. Behind the times, government hide behind the lines. Most brands trying to monetize. All of us have to stay inside, don't socialize. Talk is talk, and move is move. When I come in, bitch, I change the rule. Got things to do, I done pay my dues. But where was you? Nigga, where was you? I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way back. Find your way back, nigga, find your way back. I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way back. Find your way back, nigga, find your way back. Yeah, we ride around this ghost. If we show up, then we still have it. Yeah, we slide around this coast. Yeah, we glowing up, but we still trapped. Sitting high up on the stone. When my foes out, got the world clapping. Yeah, we vibing up in this show. So your main girl in the private section. Yeah, we ride around this ghost. If we show up, then we still have it. Yeah, we slide around this coast. Yeah, we glowing up, but we still trapped. Sitting high up on the stone. When my foes out, got the world clapping. Yeah, we vibing up in this show. So your main girl in the private section. Yeah, glowing up, but we still trapped. That's how a nigga survives. Flowing out, got the crowd packed. Yeah, that's how a nigga provides. Y'all insta this, y'all snap that, y'all diss this, and they snap back. Another mass shooting in the headlines. I'm like, damn, where that attack at? Cause y'all think this about race. They font that shit in your face. It's like every day it's the same agenda. It's really not that hard to trace. Fuck it, we might as well face it. Accept it, whatever it's wrapped in. There'll come a day when they run out of grace. So me and my niggas stay trapping. Yeah, ride around this ghost. If we show up, then we still have it. Yeah, we slide around this coast. Yeah, we glowing up, but we still trapped. Sitting high up on the stone. When my foes out, got the world clapping. Yeah, we vibing up in this show. So your main girl in the private section. Hey, somewhere between who I wanted to be and then what I became. Ended up going my own way, but I couldn't stay in my lane. Now if I'm honest, I've taken a liking to wearing these chains. They hold me down, make it easier when I start feeling the pain. Out of the overflow, your heart, they say your mouth speaks. Well, my heart must be fucked up, cause I can't speak and I can't sleep. So I stay woke in this daydream. Got shit to do, got the world to see. Got the same crew, got some new fleets. There's an empire, fuck a boutique, that's real. I only say what I feel, got a new plate with the same meal. On a new height with the same chill. Y'all too fake, I stay real. Got cast down from heaven, but I'm too good to stay in hell. I don't know where the story ends, but I keep writing like oh well, oh well. Yeah, I keep writing like oh well, oh well. Yeah, hey, I don't know where the story ends, but I keep writing like oh well, oh well. Yeah. Yeah, we ride around this ghost. If we show up, then we still have it. Yeah, we slide around this coast. Yeah, we glowing up, but we still trapped, sitting high up on the throne. When my foes out, got the world clapping. Yeah, we vibing up in this show. So your main girl in the private section. Yeah, we ride around this ghost. If we show up, then we still have it. Yeah, we slide around this coast. Yeah, we glowing up, but we still trapped, sitting high up on the throne. When my foes out, got the world clapping. Yeah, we vibing up in this show. So your main girl in the private section. Yeah. Man, it's too early in the morning for this shit. But let's get it. Yeah. Yeah. Ay, all of y'all talking, but I just went. Papa Swole, put nuts on they chin. Like Everest and K2 get mounds of cash. Looked in the crowd, saw my name on the ass. You made them bands, now your money is spent. I stash away about 40%. Empire with honey like I'm Gary V. My bennies are blue, but the product is green. I'm dropping slappers to hell with an album. Might fuck around and go see Jimmy Fallon. I multiply while you bury your talents. Cause I'm like a hawk when I bury my talents. Guess what I'm saying? I pray on these niggas. There was a day when I'd pray for these niggas. Now I got nothing to say to these niggas. I pray that God does away with these niggas. I keep my friends close, but my enemies closer. My mental is gross, but my verses are kosher. These girls going wild, but I'm not a poacher, so I just keep shining like Elon, I'm solar. All of y'all talking, but I just went. Papa Swole, put nuts on they chin. Like Everest and K2 get mounds of cash. Looked in the crowd, saw my name on the ass. You made them bands, now your money is spent. I stash away about 40%. Empire with honey like I'm Gary V. My bennies are blue, but the product is green. Gotta make this money, only game I know. I'm the only king, this ain't no Game of Thrones. Everybody wanna be a fucking king until it's time to do what a king does. Everywhere I look, it's just kids and drugs. Everywhere I look, it's just gangs and thugs. Can't tame the guns, can't save our loved ones. I grew my funds and I called the plug. Then I filled my lungs, I don't mess with that new shit. Y'all talking tough, but ain't none of y'all do shit. Y'all chasing money, you want the exposure. Y'all think y'all funny and snake Gucci loafers. I don't give disclaimers, I rap full disclosure. These niggas all think they were born in October. The only thing different between you and I is that I also have stacks on plus stacks when I'm older. Stacks when I'm older. Yeah, stacks when I'm older. The only thing different between you and I is that I also have millions in cash when I'm older. All of y'all talking, but I just went. Papa Swole, put nuts on they chin. Like Everest and K2 get mounds of cash. Looked in the crowd, saw my name on the ass. You made them bands, now your money is spent. I stash away about 40%. Empire with honey like I'm Gary V. My bennies are blue, but the product is green.
The following program is rated TV MANOC. It contains a big pair of nuts directly on your chin. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
Go to the fucking gym.
Full Normath.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
What's going on, Beaches, Booshes, Bustas, Hustles, and Yo-Hos? It's your boy Papa Swole back with another episode. In today's episode, the Beastcast is brought to you, is powered, is sponsored by Everesting K2, flexing on all you Beaches. All right, welcome to the show. Welcome to 3571. Thanks for being here. Let's get into today's episode. We got some merch to kick it off. Got some awesome specials going on over there at papaswolio.com. We got buy one, get one 50. And we have some awesome merch here with the Depth Vader from Coach Craig Fitness. Hashtag GTTFG, legs finally growing a bit because it's stupid to skip leg day. Absolutely based. Absolutely based. Thunderously and extravagantly based. Thanks for sharing. Love it. All right, hit the like button, subscribe. We're live on Rumble and YouTube and Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and leave a 5-star review on the podcast app of your earhole banging choice. And a reminder, we're getting into some Swole fam posts right now. Download the Swole Enormous app, head on over to swolenormousx.com and join the fam today as we get into some of these awesome posts. It's time for that tip. Just an inch. It's cold outside.
What's in the box?
All right, let's get into some Swole fam posts. First one we got here, I have yesterday's pulled up here too, and here it is. First one today is from A.A. Ron. Aaron says, motivation is bullshit, and this is in the community section. If you haven't responded to this, make sure you go and do so. Tell me the most important thing you've learned since joining the Swole fam. I know it's hard to choose just one. Aaron says, motivation is bullshit, and that you have to do the thing regardless of the feeling like it, i.e. going to the gym, mobility, mindfulness of your community, yourself, and so forth. And your diet. Motivation does not care as to whether or not you feel like it, because that's when your emotions get the best of you rather than logic. So in short, screw motivation, just do it.
Because stickers?
Where is the lie? Where's the lie? I do not see it. Cerny says putting myself first.
Hi, puppy.
Indeed, putting yourself first. You cannot pour from an empty cup. John says the benefits of daily function and mobility. Being jacked is worthless if it's earned lowering your quality of life with pain and struggling to simply stand from sitting on the ground. You might as well be obese. And we've talked a lot about being healthy enough to save your own life, being healthy enough to save and protect your children, just being healthy enough to function as a human being. And if you're training and you're lifting heavy weights, but you can't get up off the ground, we talk about pull-ups. We talk about, wide grip pull down. Someone yesterday, I believe, asked, what do you do to get a big back? And really what's important with squats, with lunges, with curls, with pull downs, with rows, I always want to be able to do pull-ups and push-ups. We talk about Nordic curls. Nordic curls are essentially the pull-up of the lower body. Same thing with sissy squats and Cossack squats. And I always make sure that I have these in my program. Just body weight exercise where I'm targeting the muscle, challenging it from a quote body weight standpoint. So I did, I did lat pull downs yesterday, but I'll also do weighted chins and weighted pull-ups, and I'll do leg curls, seated leg curls, prone leg curls, and I'll also do Nordic curls, and I work those in every week or two, making sure that I keep the skills and keep the ability and hit the muscles in that way. I just think it's really important to make sure that you're able to move your body on your own accord and then weight it accordingly, using a weight vest or holding a dumbbell, this, that, and the other. Nordic curls, lowering the front of your Nordic curl, right? Going more and more horizontal, maybe even in a deficit if you get strong enough. Quality reps, at least 5 quality reps. I usually do sets of 5 with Nordic curls. Even if I could do 6 or 7, I don't want the form to break. So I will keep on doing reps and sets of 5, over the course of time until I perfect those 5 reps with that resistance, right? With how angled the Nordic curl machine is. And I always make sure I have clean reps. So anyway, you don't want to lose that mobility. Don't want to lose that mobility. Strength, muscle is great, but it has to be able to translate into your life. And you don't want weak points. And I found that when you train those muscles in that way, doing pull-ups, doing push-ups, doing sissy squats, doing Nordic curls, Cossack squats, you keep your body, you just keep these pathways and these patterns open, helps you with your strength training, helps recovery. And it really helps you make sure you get that strength from the end range of motion. And then you're able to, the tendons get really strong, the ligaments get really strong. It just helps you avoid injury as you load. When you're lifting heavy weights, you're challenging yourself maximally. You want to make sure that your connective tissue is strong. It's not just your muscles, your tendons and ligaments. Very important. Chrisanne, what's the most important thing you've learned since joining the Swole fam? I know it's hard to choose this one. Chrisanne says, recovery and getting enough sleep is critical. It's so much easier to get my ass up in the morning after I've gotten a decent amount of sleep. I'm more likely to get my workouts done when I'm not exhausted. The only way to be consistent with all of it is by being fully rested. I was always like, sleep is for the weak, but I might have been wrong about that indeed. I'll sleep when I'm dead. I used to be up all night. It's easy for me to stay up all night. I get really creative and, I'm a night owl. Well, you're not a night owl if you actually get early morning sun. You do stuff during the day. You go to sleep early. You actually undo that. So that's really more of a cope. You think you're a night owl, but in reality, you just have bad habits and your habits are skewed and it's hard to move your sleep earlier. So all your other habits lead you to go to sleep late. And then when you try to go to sleep early, you can't, but it's like all your habits are pushing you later and later. You have to skew everything earlier. Anyway, so a lot of people think they're night owls when they really just have bad habits that they've had their entire life. Miriam, eat smart and real, or no matter how many times you go to the fucking gym, you won't get gains. I agree to an extent. Eat smart and real, that's vague, but we know what she means by it. You can definitely get gains by not eating perfectly. I did. And your body has the amazing ability to gather resources, to build proteins from random amino acids from random foods you're eating. But of course, even if people are eating junk food, generally they're getting protein, carbs, and fat. They're just not getting good kinds, and they're getting a lot of other issues along with it. So you don't want ultra processed foods. You can make a lot of progress. You could build a lot of muscle, but you're better off because of all the other side effects and the things that we know that happen with poor food choices. So you're better off making better food choices. I agree. Sheena says, what it truly means to lift to failure and how I was just exhausting myself with more sets and reps than I actually needed. Based, Sheena. True. Fucking true story. I used to do a ton of volume. I would go and it'd be chest day and I would do chest and I would lift heavier. When I first started lifting, I tracked my workouts very closely. And then, for 5-10 years in the middle, I was just kind of lifting and doing stuff. And I was doing a lot of classes and, P90, I was doing a lot of, teaching around the country. And I left like the discipline bodybuilding type structure. I did a lot more endurance type training. And, I went through a period where I tried different things. But if you are not lifting to failure, I always lifted hard and I pushed myself to failure and quote beyond drop sets and all these exhaustive things that really don't help. They just cause a lot more damage. But psychologically and emotionally, you're pushing yourself to your limit. You're going so hard. You're doing what you didn't think you could do. You did 40 reps when you didn't even think you could get the 21st one and you end up doing 19 more. And it's amazing. You're sore as fuck. You're destroyed, but you're proud of yourself and you made it. It's just not necessary. So it's good from an ego standpoint. It makes you feel good. I pushed myself harder than I did last time. But then what are you going to do? 41 reps, 45 reps, 50 reps. You can just keep, if you're going by how crazy and how much damage you can push your body through, there's no limit. And then eventually you just start breaking yourself apart. So you want to catch this before you go down that rabbit hole. And the idea that you have to be sore to get progress. And then people just keep on chasing soreness, more reps, more volume, more insane shit, more random stuff. And then eventually you get hurt and you stop making progress. So you don't want that either. All right, let's get into some, rate my meal. Rate my meal. Rate my meal. Rate my meal. All right, what we got?
What's in the box?
I need a sip of coffee. I have a feeling we're going to get sledgehammer with this first one. Ooh. I was wrong. Kind of right. Kind of right. Yeah, that's kind of right. Charlie Rabla. Charlie Rabla. Venison. Cool. Broccoli. Venison, broccoli, potato waffles. I will say that with Rate My Meals, I am always impressed that no matter how many years I spend on this earth, no matter how many of these images and things that we go over, there's combinations that I've never even thought of, never heard of, and never thought of consuming. Potato waffles. Okay. I've heard of waffles. I've had waffles. Potato waffles. I don't think I've ever really thought about that, but okay. Conceivable. I never thought about that with broccoli and then with venison. So nothing with, I mean, I like it. It's on wood. Fan. Venison. Okay. Potato waffles. All right. You know, broccoli. Not personally a fan, but based, right? Based. You're making your own food, eating it on wood. We like the wood. I like the stainless steel silverware. I like the wood. At least it's not on a plastic plate. So no qualms. Derek Stinson. We got meat on a fucking plate. All right.
Get in my belly!
Come on now. Any questions? Any concerns? We like it. We see meat and we say yes. We say, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. May I have another? That's what we say. Okay. Next one. Gabe and La Casa. We got hard-boiled egg. We got some beef, some raw onions. You got some leaves under there. You got some avocado and, dare I say it, cottage cheese. Fine. Just interesting combinations. And again, I'm just saying I have no problem. Good job, Gabe. I mean, where are the carbs? Eat some carbs. You don't need a salad. Eat some carbs. Get some carbs and then get some potatoes or rice or something. It's just a weird combination. If I eat cottage cheese, I'm just going to eat it straight. If I have yogurt, I'm eating it straight. I'm just going to eat the yogurt. I'm just going to do that. I'm going to have the dairy. I'm going to have the kefir. I'm just going to eat the yogurt. I mean, mixing that in with all that cottage cheese, it's just out of place for me, man. It's out of place for me. The taste, it's like, no, just, I would remove that and I would have the meat. I would have the avocado. I'd have the eggs. I would have more eggs in there, you know. Interesting. Just the avocado. At least it's not avocado from a tube. Yeah, no issues. Gabe, cool. I'm always just interested in these combinations. I would have the rest of the food there and then let me just slap some cottage cheese in there. But good for you. Ricky Wild is eating fucking good. Is that a cast iron pan? Oh.
Get in my belly!
Ricky, are you single? We got some swole sluts that are eager to make your acquaintance. We got some beef and we got some eggs. Look at those egg yolks. Those are rich fucking eggs. That is an absolute beast of a meal. Fuck yeah! That's nice.
Give me all the bacon and eggs you have.
That's nice. That's nice. But we're not stopping there, fam. We have two more absolute fucking home runs. This is a clean sweep. I'm announcing it. This is a clean sweep. This might be the best Rate My Meal I've ever seen. Way to close out the week, fam, on a Friday. Rizon Clark. We got steak, we got bacon, and we got eggs.
Give me all the bacon and eggs you have.
Fucking hell, yeah.
Get in my belly!
And last one from Rymel Short. We got steaks. That's a lot of meat. We got steaks, eggs, and beef. That's a clean fucking sweep.
The more you hate me, the more you will learn.
That's a clean sweep straight across the board. There we go. There we go, Hoosiers. Very nice. Well done. Everyone eating good. Good. Let's get into some questions. All right, question time. Hashtag Ask Papa Swole. Drop in the comments. If I missed your question earlier, drop it again because I may not see it. But I think I have one earlier here from Brad Miller. Let me see if I can grab this. Drop it again if you can, if you asked a question. This one is from Brad Miller 916. Hashtag Ask Papa Swole in the comments to be featured. Papa Swole, I travel for work year round. The hotel gyms only have dumbbells and treadmills. Those hotel gyms are garbage sometimes. Really bad. New gyms, new hotels and new things, new builds are fine. But some of these old ones that have been around for a while, they'll have like a treadmill and then like they'll have like a 5-pound, 10-pound dumbbells, and they'll have like 115, like just laying on the ground. And they're like the rubber coated all the way around, like what are they called? Not like the hex dumbbells, but they're all just like rubber, like the blue ones and shit. What can I do for lower body with dumbbells? Well, it depends on what kind of dumbbells you have. Bulgarian split squats, you could do RDLs, you could do hip bridges. Might not be enough weight, but you could go on a bench. You could do single leg hip bridges. You could do frog pumps. You could do hamstring curls. If you have a heavy enough dumbbell, you can go on a decline and put the dumbbell between your feet and do curls with that. But RDLs, maybe they have a 45-degree hyper. You can rig one. Stiff leg deadlifts, RDLs, bridges, lunges, Bulgarian split squats. You could do Cossack squats. You could do sumo squat pulses or deficit squats if you have some sort of bench setup or things like that. You can get a monkey foot and do kickbacks and hip flexor. You can do a bunch of stuff. But if you're traveling for work year round, this is what you need to be adjusting for. So you travel for work year round. Depending on where you travel, you could bring bands. You could bring a kettlebell or a club. I know if you're traveling, if you're flying, makes it harder, but you could bring bands. You could bring bands. You could bring a monkey foot. You could bring, there's all sorts of little tools that you could bring with you. There are even structures and things like, you can get one of those kettlebell handles. It depends, because sometimes you have the handle that you can actually snap around a dumbbell. But if you want to bring stuff for like weight training, I would bring bands with you when you travel. But you can also get a national membership. There are certain gyms that, depending on where you travel, might have a lot of things in your area that you can Uber or you can get to. So like a Planet Fitness, often if you go to a lot of smaller areas you can get a day pass to. There's a lot of options too. If you don't have the time for that, you got to work with what you're given, but you'd have to bring some stuff. So bring some bands. You could bring a couple door anchors. You could do in your hotel room or go to the gym if they have something decent, or bring it to the gym. So there's a lot of ways to work around that. But if you travel for work year round, you just got to be more prepared and bring these things around. If you want to drop any more questions, especially if you drive, sky's the limit. If you drive, there's no excuse. If you fly, you want to make sure you don't carry too much shit around, because it might be too, for carry-ons and stuff like that. But you can bring a bunch in a carry-on, and it's worth it if they don't have good stuff. You can always call ahead if you know where you're staying. Hey, do you have a fitness center? Do you have any pictures? See what you have, and you could bring some stuff with you. All right. Good question. Let's get this one. Again, hashtag Ask Papa Swolio for a chance to be featured. And if you're watching live and you ask that question, or you ask a question, or if you're Brad and you asked that question earlier, you can follow up. Nick Britton, Papa Swolio, what would be better for gaining chest muscles, pec deck, or cable flies? Good question. Both are great. The only difference with cable flies, if you have a good setup, is that it's less stable. So depending on your skills and depending on the weight that you're using, it's just harder for people to maintain position properly. You can definitely do cable flies. So I wouldn't say either one is necessarily better. It really depends on how you execute it and the quality of your equipment, and just really the quality of your execution. Because you're doing pec deck, cable flies and stuff, you're angling your body. You have to either lean forward, you have to set it up properly. And if you're not able to counterbalance or anchor yourself, it's less stable. You might not be able to use as much weight as you really could. So pec deck, not all of them are created equal. You could do pec decks in different ways. You have to know how to set it up properly. You could do single arm pec decks. Sometimes that might feel a little bit better. So, I don't really want to say one's better than the other, but because cable flies are a classic, pec decks are a classic exercise. Both are horizontal adduction. So I don't really want to say one's better than the other, but in general, from a stability standpoint, pec deck will be better. But again, like a lot of you know, sometimes pec deck machines just suck. You just don't like it, or like, hey, I go to this gym, this pec deck machine sucks, I hate it, but I love the flies, then do the flies. So that's pretty much my answer. So I wouldn't say one's better, but you find a really good pec deck machine, you'll know the difference. And some of them suck. That's the thing with machines. You can't just say, oh, pec deck machines are garbage. Well, maybe your gym has a shitty one, but you find a really good one like a Magnum or a Body Masters pec deck or something that's really quality, Atlantis, something like that, you'll like it a lot better. And not all cable machines, sometimes they're sticky, sometimes they're taken, because you have cable machines, you have like the crossover machine, you might have someone doing triceps, it might be taken. So sometimes it's hard in a gym to find that available if they don't have enough equipment, or someone's using it. So not really better, just different, more stable with the pec deck if you have a good one. Jacob Weed 6. Did you GTTFG today? Today? I did not. But I will. Down. I will, but I will. Oh, look at the tainty man. He's going to go to the fucking gym. Look at my mustard. All right. Let's get some biceps and girls in the comments, and mustard will get a little bit of a smackies. We'll slap the taint. Who wants a nice little schmackle on the taint? Let's give him a little schmeckles. Good meats. Good Mr. Meats. All right. We have an amazing card today. It is Theft. Let's put on the back of Pinkston here. There we go. Sweet little babies. Sweet little babies. Aww. Shake that booty. Shake that booty. All right. Hashtag Fef for a chance to win today's Swole card. We got one from YouTube. Bookworm Addict 3933. Told my mom my brother who had a heart attack should lift weights, but used an appeal to authority on me saying he'd only listen to his nationally recognized cardiac doctor. Ooh, gotta have that double board certification. How can I encourage him? Is there a second part to this? To lose weight, to use weightlifting to lose weight. Leading by example, education. I mean, he's only going to listen to his cardiac doctor. Some people are, essentially bought and paid for. Why do you think they spend so much money with advertising the white coat effect and appeal to authority? If someone has a white coat on, they must know what they're talking about. If the last 5-10 years have been any information, most people in quote authority have no fucking idea what they're talking about when it comes to health, and their priorities do not align with your health. Their priorities align with covering their ass. Their priorities align with whatever they were told to tell you and what to prescribe you, and whatever the protocols are to medicate you and or go down the surgery road. They're not there to actually get you healthier. Now, I'm not saying the doctors didn't get into the position or didn't start off wanting to help people, and I think they do, but they're just bogged down with insurance and red tape, and they're not really there to listen to lifestyle habits and really help you get back on track. They're there to get you taken care of, get you prescribed up, allow the physician's assistant to run the paperwork. Oh, cool, we're doing this, do this test, let's do this, build the insurance company, and then move on. So a big tell is that most doctors, nurse practitioners included, anyone that's, leading the charge, most of them are obese. They're fat, they're not healthy, they're not eating properly, they don't know anything about nutrition, they don't know anything about exercise. It's unfortunate, but it's the truth. And it doesn't mean you can't go to the doctor. It doesn't mean you might not need to go for certain tests. So you have data and information, but you got to take control of your health. And some people just don't want to. It's easier just to defer to someone else who does not have, unfortunately, they don't have your best interest in mind. Who should have your best interest in mind more? You or a doctor? You. You should care more, much more than your doctor, obviously. Favorite song? Circle of Lift. Go to papaswolio.com. It's the Circle of Lift. Buy one, get one 50% off merch. Merch, not Swole Tunes, but if you head on over to papaswolio.com, and let me zoom out of this. Look at that guy. Look at that guy. You go right to the top, you see Swole Tunes, you click on it, boom, you got all the new drops. We dropped Summer Gains yesterday. We have a new release coming today. We got Summer Gains, we got Circle of Lift, shameless plug, absolute plug city. We got Defying Obesity. You're the One That I Lift. So we got two Grease style ones, the Summer Gains and the You're the One That I Lift. We have Swole Again from the Greatest Swoleman. I'm Bulking With You, La Persona Que Te Envió Este Video. We have Let It Grow. And those are the brand new ringtones. And we got the classics from your boy. These are me, all me. I'm a barbell girl, go to the fucking gym. So these are my favorite songs. Swoletunes.com for all the information. Shameless plug. All right. More questions.
What's in the box?
From Jaco, C1104. How can I make even more gains? Progressive overload, proper program design. Join the fam over at SonormousX.com. Be patient. work hard, keep going. You know, when you're making gains, keep going. You're going to get stronger. You're going to lift more. Like, keep going, keep going, keep going. And when it stops working, you don't have to change everything. You can do the same exercise for your entire life and make progress if you push it and you train properly. You don't need random exercise. You don't need random stuff. You need consistency. You need progressive overload. You need proper program design, proper nutrition, lowering stress. It's not complicated. Yes, you can mix up exercise over time, but the more random shit you add to your training, the less adaptations you're going to make. Rachel Rodiaz. Any workout tips for the pregnant population? Ooh, someone got knocked. Workout tips. Yes, train. The unfortunate thing is a lot of people aren't training. They get pregnant. Ooh, I need to take care of myself. Not the best time to start training. You don't want to start lifting heavy weights and start a new stress when you're freshly pregnant. You should be already training and lifting heavy, and then you maintain your output as long as you feel good. And then as, of course, the baby starts showing in this, you're not going to be doing stuff on your stomach. You're not doing 45-degree hypers and shit like that after a while. But you can still do hip hinges and all the stuff. You just might have to adjust the way you do movements. There's no reason why you can't stop doing what you're doing unless you have some contraindication. But you generally don't want to be like, oh, I'm pregnant. Let me start a brand new strength training program. I've never done this before. You're going to have to be very, very careful, and you want to be physically active, but that's not the time to start taking care of your health, right? So you want to maintain what you're already doing, challenge yourself, and adjust as needed along the way, obviously being mindful of your own individual situation. We have pre and postnatal yoga inside Swolenormous X. So we have literal yoga classes that will help if you're prenatal or postnatal. Oops. Nutrition, paramount, all of it. Jack, is 7 days a week okay, or do I need to keep my rest day? You can't train every day. I say go to the fucking gym, fuck your rest days, because most people are taking all the rest days. They're never going to the gym. So that's hyperbolic. You need recovery. You need proper program design, lower your stress. You're not going to be able to make progress long-term if you're training 7 days a week. You shouldn't even be training more than 4 or 5 days a week tops, especially with intense training. That might be even hard for a lot of people, especially natural. All right, Jeff around the world. What's the secret of the sun? What's the secret of this? Not of your. What's the secret of this sun-kissed glow?
Hi, puppy.
Hey, all right. Jeff around the world. Jeff wants to be all around the world. And you like that. You like that, sun. I get sun. I know how as shocking as it might sound. What's the secret of this sun-kissed glow? It's exactly what you said. It's sun. I get sun on my body. Shocking, I know. I get sun. And I eat well. And I get sleep. I'm roasting the nips. It's 80 degrees outside. Bright sun. It's like fucking summer out here. I love it. Summer gains are back. The nips are out. Fam, I am roasting. My shit. It feels fucking good. That's why I'm in a good mood. I love it. Sun. Let's fucking go. That's the secret. And bull cream. papaswolio.com. Shameless plug. By the way, also, I don't know if you guys have been to the website lately. You might not know this, but if you don't know,
What's in the box?
now you do. We actually have what's called tapestries.
Castle, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
There are tapestries.
We have many tapestries.
We'll have many tapestries. We have all these tapestries at your convenience. Buy one, get one, 50% off merch, which means tapestries, mugs, shirts, hats, all the merch, save for programs and Swole tunes and the bull cream and the body care. But it's all buy one, get one 50 on merch. So go check it out. Pick up some tapestries. Turn your house and your apartment into a castle. My God, it's great. It's absolutely fantastic. All right. Any other questions? You could drop this in the chat. Ooh, let's see. Any other questions? Live questions, CERN, ESC, and APS. Let me highlight it. Shoot it. Papa Swole, I noticed on one of your IG vids, I noticed on one of your IG vids, your legs are looking huge.
Because
Doing something different or just time? Why, thank you. I don't know which video you're referring to, but yeah, training hard, doing well. And the more you train and the more you pay attention, you do like maximum swole, and the more intent you are with your progress, everyone always wants to jump to the end and see the progress. but you're not going to do that. You're not just going to jump ahead and see the progress. You have to focus on the individual workout. So again, if you did 8 reps last time, you're trying to get 9 or 10. If you did 8 reps with 200 pounds, you want to do 205 for 5 to 8 reps. And you try to get 5 or 6. And next time you try to get 7 or 8. You just focus on the individual and make progress. And I think one of the biggest things is consistency and recoverability. So how can you be consistent? You have to recover. Well, how can you recover properly and be consistent training certain body parts twice a week? You have to make sure that you're not overdoing it. You have to make sure you're not doing unnecessary fatigue. You have to make sure that you're not doing 3 exercises that are hitting the same body part. So if you're doing squats and Bulgarian split squats and leg extensions, and you're doing 2 sets each, you're doing 6 sets for quads. That's a lot. Your quads are going to be fucking wrecked. Yeah, you're going to hit glutes. Yeah, you're going to hit some adductors in there too. You know, same thing if you're doing deadlifts and then you're doing hamstring curls and then you're doing hypers. Like you're doing a lot of hamstring, glute, and adductor work. So you want to make sure you're not being redundant. So I think one of the biggest things that I've done is that when I do a leg workout, whether it's, workout A or B or twice a week, when I say twice a week, maybe it's, I do my first workout and then in 3 days, or maybe it's 5 days, but within that 7-day period, I'm doing legs again. I just make sure that I don't have overlap or redundancies. Overlap is fine, but redundancies in the same workout. So in other words, I'll do certain exercise on one leg day, and then the other leg day, I'm not doing necessarily the same ones. Maybe I'm doing a similar exercise, but I'm generally not. If I'm doing heavy hack squats on Monday, I'm not going to do heavy hack squats on Friday. I'll probably wait till the next week and I'll do leg extensions, or I'll do Bulgarian split squats with a little more of a glute focus. So I get some quad, but I'm not overly targeting the quads because I need a little recovery, and I might do sissy squats. So I'll do something a little bit more mobility based. So I'm not necessarily getting that like heavy shearing compressive force of a hack squat. Like we always talk about, any kind of squat pattern and stuff is just very overwhelming. So what happens is the initial thought is, okay, you're training this muscle less, you're going to get less growth. Quite the opposite. You get the stimulus and then you're able to recover fully, and then you hit it again, maybe with a slightly different exercise that's a little less taxing, but you're still challenging, you're still hitting the same muscle. So you're getting that stimulus and maybe a different kind of strength profile, a little different range of motion, for example, a little bit of a different strength curve, a little bit of a different tension across the body part. So you kind of add these layers and these coats of paint, and you're able to recover completely from the heavy hack squats and then still hit sissy squats hard or leg extensions. And then you're doing other things. So maybe one leg day is more glute and hamstring focused. The next one is a little bit more quad focused. So a hack squat day is definitely more quad focused for me. And for me personally, my quads take a lot of damage, or I need to recover a lot more from doing hack squats. So I make sure that I don't overdo it when I do hack squats. And I make sure that I am mindful of the next time I'm training. So it's not just about sending it 100% during a workout. It doesn't always have to be 100%. You can leave a little in the tank. You can still train 100%, leave a rep in the tank, but it's about that next workout. So a lot of times people don't think about the next time. There is no tomorrow. Well, if you train and you overdo it, then you're not able to recover so you can train 100%. So if I'm training Monday, Friday for legs, I want to be at 100%. So if I do 6 sets for quads on Monday, I ain't going to be 100% on Friday. I might be really sore and I might negatively affect other things I'm trying to do. So that kind of idea, less is more. Less can be more, or less can be better. And less is better in general, but to a point. So 2 sets are better than 1. 3 sets, not as much. So 1 set is much better. 1 set is dramatically better than 0. 2 sets is much better in most cases than 1. 3 sets, not as much better than 2 sets than 2 than 1, right? So the jump from 1 set to 2 sets for a body part, you get a lot. It's really good. Going from 2 sets from a body part to 3 sets, you're getting more stimulus, but it's not as big of a jump as 1 to 2. And then 4 is not as is less and more dramatically less than 5. Because don't forget, the more sets you do for that, it's not just that local body part, it's your nervous system overall. And then it also takes away from whatever you're doing afterwards. So for me, a lot of times I like doing some of the, I don't want to say easier, but isolation exercise. I'll do sissy squats, or I'll do leg curls, or I'll do calves and stuff first. And then then I'll do maybe more like my hip hinge. I'll do like a stiff leg deadlift or a 45-degree hyper. And then I'll do, the hack squats towards the end a lot of times. Or I'll do it the second or third exercise, because usually after that, I'm pretty much like wiped out. So usually after I do those really heavy sets or that real overload, I don't really want to do anything after. I don't like leading with hack squats and then doing curls and then doing extensions. I'm already done. Plus I like the warm up of the joint before I do those movements. So a lot of times I'll send it. I might do 3 or 4 exercises and then I'll do the leg press or the squat or the whatever it is at the end, which is really not like at the end. It's just, 2 or 3 sets in or, 2 or 3 exercises in. So I'm still fresh enough and I can just send it, blow it out, and then I'm done. So definitely doing stuff different, but just refining it. And that's just time. So if I'm doing it properly, you build muscle over time. So they should be getting bigger. They should be getting more shape. And feeling good. Feeling good. And what's working for me now might not work for me in 6 months, but I'm figuring it out and I still have to adjust now and again. So sometimes I have to pull back and sometimes, hey, I feel great. And other times I feel like I'm dragging and I just don't have the energy. And it could be the weather, it could be my sleep, could be anything. It could just be cumulative fatigue. Because remember, it's not just about your legs being sore. It's about your overall nervous system. And this is why after a while, people feel like, hey, I'm doing this break, I'm doing this, and I just feel exhausted. Can I take a week off? This just means that when you were training before, you could have spread that out a little bit. You want to add more recovery before, that way you don't shave off the ends and burn the candle at both ends so it wears you down in a month or 2. So you have to be more mindful. When you feel good, you tend to want to go really hard. And then guess what? You drain your shit and then you start burning yourself out. So you want to catch this before that happens. That way you can maintain consistency throughout and you don't have to take all that time off. So usually if I feel like I'm kind of shaving on the ends, I'll take an extra day and then I feel good. And then maybe I take an extra day again, or I do that more often. I'm more mindful. So I catch it before I get that flat line and burnt out or an injury or something. So I just catch it earlier. And when you feel good, you want to be mindful. Hey, I want to keep feeling good. So the generality is I feel great and you fucking go and you do extra sets. You do 4 sets of this and you do 5 sets for chest and you do 5 sets for legs. And you're like, oh, I'm fucked. You felt really good, didn't you? Well, why did you go back and go to your old habits? Just because you felt good doesn't mean you destroy yourself. You're feeling good because your programming is good. Keep it going. Be mindful before it happens. All right, here we go. Balls deep. Excellent.
That's deep.
All right, let's see what we got here. Any other questions we can dabble? Oh boy. All right. I'm just going to start us off with the shortest one first. We all lose today. This one is the shortest one and it's not good. So if you're eating, you're hungry, or you want to be hungry, or your eyes are sensitive to gross shit.
I work with retards.
This one's called, on the screen, it says non-binary maxing. So it's trans shit. So this is definitely a jump scare. And in the folder, the video is titled, quote, what? It just says what? What.mp4. So there you go. Here we go.
Non-binary maxing is the process by which you transmax so hard
I'm going to turn this down because it's gross.
that you rotate out of the standard gender orbit into another gender dimension.
This looks like the White Walker, like Game of Thrones. It looks like a White Walker. Mm-hmm.
This can happen from someone clocking your transmaxer T too many times, causing your tea kettle to rapidly vibrate, making the water reach a supercritical temperature, blasting your tea kettle, and sending your gender identity to the absolute maximum of the non-binary spectrum.
I see why it was called what. I have no idea what it said. I'm just going to play it because it's a word salad, but we might stop it at any moment.
Their common way is when femboys femmax so much that their
Femmax. I don't know what that means.
gender expression sharply turns away from both binaries.
I can guess though.
Every cell in their body begins to reject their gender extremism, causing a complete rejection.
Okay.
Matt Damon.
Okay.
Now what do you say?
Okay, I'm done.
If we form a new club and call it the He-Man Woman Haters Club.
All right. Horrifying. So there's 2 more. There's these videos. We got 2 more. This one's called Don't Know How. And then we have trans and sports. So, which one do we want? Don't know how? Or do we just do another trans one? Do the trans one first, the trans and sports? or the don't know how. Again, we all lose today. We all lose today. Let's do that. Let's get the trans one out of here. Let's trans in sports.
What's in the box? Trans women are the best at
Oh, is this
sports.
fucking piece of shit?
Swish. The testosterone surging through our muscles gives us super strength. Well, most trans women don't have much, if any, testosterone in their system, but that doesn't mean we aren't still better. After all, we do have the biological advantage. It's not like athleticism is determined by anything other than what's between your legs. But if that's true, it means that some trans women are great athletes, but some are flat out bad, just like cis women. And trans women lose at sports all the time, but that doesn't get reported on.
Okay, I'm done with that too. Yeah, I mean, should we let mentally ill people vote in this country? I guess how do you stop that? But okay, well that was fun. Not really. Let's do this one. Holy bottom of the barrel of the internet. Gross. I didn't know there was that person. I literally said, I was like, I don't want to see videos from this person anymore. So that one slipped through the cracks. Don't know how that video got into my folder. And this one's called Don't Know How. So ironically.
Okay, so I don't work.
Oof. Pause. Oh, pause. Jesus Christ, this is fucking gross. There's a comment responding to a post that says, how do you work and pay bills and shop? Ooh, do you have a job? That makes sense.
Okay, so I don't work.
Oh.
Haven't had a job in 4 years.
Oh. How are you paying for things?
I don't pay bills. I don't even know how to do that. Like, I know.
You don't know how to pay bills? You know, I think people, hold on a second. When we have thoughts, right? When we have thoughts and people have thoughts and you wonder, like, how are these people so fucking retarded? People assume that the way you think, like the way you're thinking, that someone else has that same thought process. You know, you're like, oh, this just makes sense. And someone else is like, don't underestimate how retarded people are. You think that the thoughts and the process you have in your head is what everyone has. Like, oh, I'm thinking this. Other people are, no, they're not. No, they're not.
You can do it from your phone and like you could work from your phone and stuff, but I don't know how to do any of that stuff. And how do I shop?
Let's go. Quick. Tighten up. Let's go.
Don't know how to do that. Like, I know that Amazon exists and like Walmart.com and like, I know that a lot of places deliver stuff, but I think that I don't know how to do any of that. I'm just too disabled to try and figure out how to get things delivered and do things from my home.
There's a word. It's called retarded.
So I guess a lot of people were doing all that stuff during COVID though, and it became kind of normal. So yeah, but me personally, like I never did any of that. I've just been vibing. Mm-hmm.
Chlorophyll.
All right, we got two throwbacks that we'll get into. Fam, by the way, we do have an amazing. Where's the Swole card? Pinkston. You bent the card. Pinkston. You bent the card. Nasty Spanx. You bent the card. She laid on it. Nasty girl. All right. Fam, we got a great theft card. It's Fuck 'em Friday. Remember, go through your community. Pillar number 1 is community. Make sure you tighten up your ship. Delete contacts. Delete podcasts that you don't listen to. Not the Daily Swole, of course. Not the Daily Swole, but other things. Just clean up shop. Clean up shop. It's a day to remind you that it's spring cleaning, essentially. Especially because it's kind of coming on spring. I know some of you are still cold. It's hot as shit here. It's spring. Tighten up your shit. Let's do a throwback. Let's do one throwback. We'll do the card, then we'll do another one. Oh no, we have one. No, we have one. All right. I thought so. We have yesterday's that are still in there for some reason. All right, this one, 591. We'll do this and then we'll give away the throw card. We're doing a little throwback first.
Mass deportations are happening.
Good. That's good. When someone makes a video with a mask on, automatically don't believe anything that they say.
I don't like that. And I'll tell you why I don't like that.
Because you're a stupid son of a bitch.
Jobs being ripped away. That's a big one. Crops not being picked. The jobs that Americans don't want.
You see, they hate deportations because who's going to pick your crops? What about our slave labor? What about our slaves? Republicans freed the slaves, by the way.
I have family members that are immigrants. And the fact that I've had 3 deported so far, almost 4. I guess you could say I have my fucking reason.
Yeah, you're mentally insane. All right, we got another one. We could deport you too. We don't need retards in our country. We got another one. Go with your family. Go with your family. Is he spanking a chihuahua? Don't you spank her. She did nothing wrong. Is he spanking a chihuahua? Oh, I am. Nasty. She just got spanked. She likes it, though. She likes it. My chihuahua spidey sense kicked in. Don't you spank her. Oh, everyone in the Daily Swole Telegram chat's getting really defensive over Pinkston. She's fine. Okay. Spank. There you go. Spanked it up. All right, fam. Happy Friday. Happy Fef. May your steak taste like kale tonight. Oh, it shall not. How dare you, Lacey? How dare you?
How about I send you a hobo's dick cheese?
All right. Make sure you pull her hair too. Spank. Oh, sweet girl. Get some bellies in there. She's so cute. So fluffy. All right, what about this guy? I could spank him. I could spank the tainty boy. Aww. Mr. Mustard. Big old boy. Big ol' poppers. All right. Swole card time. Fef, let's give it away. Love it. Love it or leave it. You better make gains. All right. I told you we're going Telegram chat today. I was feeling it. Melissa, we got a little Pfefferdooski. Congratulations. I said yesterday, I said, all right, I see you, Telegram chat. I see you guys. It's a good Telegram chat week. Melissa, congratulations. Send us an email to support@swolenormous.com. Swole card 3571 in the subject and your mailing address in the body of the email. Isn't that nice?
Puppy.
Yeah. Hello. Congratulations on winning today's Swole card. Let's do another throwback. Let's do a throwback. I'm going to find one in the folders. I'm going to find an oldie. Let's do one more. Doubling up. Oh, goodness. All right, let's do this one. Oh.
These are my arms.
Oh, shit.
They jiggle when I move. But it's okay because these strong arms help me to shake and groove. This is my tum. I can give it a squish.
What the fuck?
It holds all the important parts of me, including my favorite dish. Here are my legs, they help me walk and jump and dance and run.
Dude, this is pretty up right here.
Look at my face, my cheeks go smush. My beauty spots have stayed a while.
That's a huge bitch.
All right.
Sand.
He's no good, fam. It's no good. Not at all. Not at all. Riley says, I could have lived my entire life never seeing that. I would love the last minute of my life back too. But hey, who doesn't? Thanks for being here, fam. I appreciate you. All right. We have a short window of time right now where you can hit the like button. So hit the like button, subscribe, share with your friends. And if you have not yet commented over on Spotify, I read the comments, I'll reply. Leave a 5-star review, follow over on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Join the fam, swolenormousx.com. We got the community popping off over there. Lots of great questions, lots of great posts, and we'll get into a lot more of them on Monday. We had new merch that dropped this past Monday. I'm not racist. I just don't like you. Aww. How many of you have picked up this one? What a fucking gem. I'd say it's a sleeper, but man, what a great design. I can't wait till mine comes in. I'm not racist. I just don't like you. Why do I have to be a bigot? Why do I have to be a racist? Maybe I just don't like you and people like you. Maybe it's your shitty personality. Has nothing to do with your skin color or your genetics. Maybe you just suck. Maybe you just suck. Maybe it's not always some sort of abstract concept. Maybe you just are a shitty person. Just something to think about. Something to think about. You know what I mean? And by the way, we got amazing merch coming for Monday. So much awesome shit. By the way, a brand new Swole Tunes drops today. Today it drops. So stay tuned for that. We should feature presentation here right now, but we're going to post on Instagram. So make sure you head on over there, and new Swole Tunes is about to drop. So be ready for that. Fam, thanks for being here. Appreciate you. Love you, Beaches. I'll see you in the community, in the app. Make sure you go into the app right now and comment on some of the recent posts. We got a couple good ones. A couple members were asking some questions, and I put some feedback, but I want your support in there too, because someone was talking about, getting sick in this time of year, and it's brutal for a lot of people that are going through, getting sick a lot and issues and tightening up the gaps with their nutrition and such like that. So get your bone broth, get your vitamin D, get some sun if you can, and let's get after it. And I'll see you inside the app. And of course, back here, we'll have some Swolosophy over the weekend. It's going to be fire. Go check out last weekend's. How many of you checked out last weekend's Swolosophy? Those are really fire. I've been getting a lot of great feedback. So nice little Swole snippets over the weekend Swolosophy. 35, 72, and 73 will be up. So make sure you check those out, and we will see you tomorrow. Peace, McGee's, Deuce, Magoose, your boy, Papa Swolio. Out.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock crashing. Like an IPO, trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now they king left and they so mad, it's like...
Yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the Louis bag.
That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint, yeah. What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? My shit is relevant, on topic, my melanin is popping. I'm taking skeletons on closets and making new deposits. I'm in my element, no ollies, you children popping.